Mula sa lupain ng masarap na pagkain, mayaman na sining at kultura, tahanan ng mga malalago at masasanting, welcome to the City of Angels, Angeles City. The origin of Angeles City can be traced back in the circa 1796. In that year, a small group of Filipinos led by Don Pantaleon de Miranda established a small village. The village was named Colyat, after the vine that grew so prominently in the area. The group, with determination, was able to create something where nothing had stood before. In 1829, the town of Angeles was incorporated when the barrio of Colyat was designated a municipality and renamed it El Pueblo de los Angeles, the Town of Angels. Under Spanish rule, businesses begun. Sugarcane was first planted and the little town ultimately thrived. Life was tough, but because of their hard work and from those humble beginnings arose one of the Philippines' most urbanized cities, which is Angeles City. Pamintuan Mansion was a wedding blessing to Florentino, son of Don Florentino Torres Pamintuan and Valentina Torres. During the 1880s, it became the temporary headquarters of the Philippine government during the battle against U.S. administration when the first Philippine President Aguinaldo moved it from Kawit, Cavite to Pampanga. On the 12th of June 1899, the Philippine flag was waved from the second-floor balcony of the mansion as a commemoration for the first anniversary of Philippine independence. It was also used by the Americans as the central headquarters for Major General Arthur MacArthur Jr., father of General Douglas MacArthur. Since then, the Pamintuan Mansion has been restored and it now open to the public as a living witness of the historical events that had transpired here. Museo ng Angeles was declared as one of the important cultural property of the Philippines in June 2012, which was built on 1922 as Municipio del Pueblo of Angeles City. Currently, being administered by Colyat Foundation and is run through donations, income from TTKD and from minimal entrance fees. It features the evolution and history of Angeles City, including its natives, pre-colonial inhabitants, migrants, the founders, and more famous historical personalities. The second floor houses the culinary feast exhibit that mirrors the Kapampangans' love and expertise in food preparation. The Center for Kapampangan Studies is a place where you can explore the old and the new, from the humble beginnings up to the rich history of Angeles. It was established to sustain the general public with keen interest in the study of Kapampangan language, history, and culture. It is in a 3-story structure in Holy Angel University filled with diverse artifacts, dioramas, arts and crafts, famous playwrights, and poems. The Holy Rosary Parish Church was a masterpiece of Don Antonio de la Camara, and they started building it last October 18, 1877, which was completed on the 12th of February 1896, that is signaled by the first ringing of the twin bells. It was called Pisambang Maragul by the locals, and it is considered by the NCCA as a National Historical Site. Clark Air Base and barn houses served as a military facility of the United States, which was operated by the U.S. Air Force from 1903 to 1991. It was named after a pre-World War I pilot, Major Harold M. Clark. What remains now are old planes and other damaged battle equipment and the remains of U.S. and Filipino veterans. Para po sa opinion nyo, ano po yung mahalagang pangyayari dito dati that made this place significant?
Itong Clark Air Base kasi dati, ito yung kampo ng US troops. Then, nung pumutok yung Mount Pinatubo nung 1991, so umalis sila. Then, yung ating Philippine Air Force, siya na yung dito. Siya na yung take over para i-maintain at saka ilipat yung ibang units natin dito sa Central Luzon. So, as of now, we have 7 units ng Philippine Air Force na dito. We have the Air Logistics Command, we have the Air Defense Command, we have the Air Reserve Command, tapos yung Port 20 Supply Wing, Port Maintenance Wing. So all in all, yung mga units na yan nagsusupport sa Philippine Air Force sa mission accomplishment namin. And ngayon, itong park na to, na kung saan nakatayo tayo, ito yung ginawa naming aircraft park, na kung saan itong mga aircraft na to, makikita mo, yan yung mga ginamit ng ating mga piloto, dakilang piloto, noong World War II. Yan yung mga ating pilots na nagpakamatay during the World War II. Yan yung mga aircraft na ginagamit natin noong nag-start yung sumiklab yung World War II. Ayan, makikita mo yung mga aircraft yan. Yan yung mga aircraft na ginagamit ng ating pong impapawid.
To commemorate the Americans' departure, this famous landmark, the Salakot Arch, was built, taking up the form of a native hat as an emblem of the rekindled Filipino spirit and nationalism. These are also known to be in line with cooking and eating. One of their prominent cuisine is the sisig, which was brought to existence by Ricardo Dino, who is also known as Bapang Kadok, in 1732. Afterwards, Aling Lusing introduced it to the world. Benedicto Pamintuan reinvented it by putting it on a sizzling plate. As the cuisine caught the hearts of many, including those from different countries, the local government made sure to safeguard the original recipe through an ordinance which was signed on February 20, 2017. In accordance with this, an annual sisig festival is celebrated every last week of April in Pampanga. Another festivity celebrated by the Kapampangans is the Fiestang Colyat. In 1898, it was the end of the Spanish regime, wherein the native clergy were given the full responsibility for the parishes. In 1899, the town inhabitants, including the parish priest, began evacuating to Sapang Bato because of the intensifying Philippine Revolution. A temporary chapel, comprised of kogon and bamboo frame, became the venue of the first Apu and naval festivities. Kapampangans also have a distinct characteristic of having a natural inclination towards fun and festivity, and having a resilient heart that can withstand impediments, which are characterized by the different calamities and wars that had occurred here. A concrete example would be their annual Hot Air Balloon Festival. Tourism Secretary Mina Gabor, alongside some businessmen and pilots, crafted a hot air balloon to boost the country's tourism through making it one of the giants in sports aviation 3 years after the Mount Pinatubo eruption. While in the present time, the chromatic and creative balloons in the annual festival attract people from different places and has become a key factor in Pampanga's tourism. The Tigtigan, Terakan, King Dalen, on the other hand, was Mayor Ed Pamintuan's the mayor at the time, together with J.C. Angeles Colyat, way of lifting the spirits up of the Kapampangans after the volcanic eruption in 1992. The festival literally means music and dancing in the streets, and what was once an event to alleviate the worsening case of the economy and morale of the people became one of the biggest street parties in the country. Throughout the rich history of Angeles City, we have viewed its journey towards attaining freedom from colonizers. We have been aware of their plight and their triumph. Now, the city is faced with another risk of foreign takeover. Will the saying, "history repeats itself," unfold before our eyes?